today's workout is we're only doing 2 rounds of each exercise, but each round will be 40 seconds long, 15 seconds rest. So we're going to start out with a warm-up, then we're going to go into a balance section, a strength section, and then a stretching section at the end. So I'm going to start my watch. All right, so for warm-up exercise 2, take your right leg, and we're going to be doing circles. So up, and I'm going back. So this is where you might want to grab your chair or a wall. So bringing that leg up and back. At the 20-second mark, we're going to reverse directions. All right, so go ahead and bring it to the front. Up and over to the front. Ooh, I might need my chair. Bring it up and over. It's almost like going over hurdles. Waking up the hip muscles, joints, working balance on that standing leg. All right, good. Shake that out. We have 15 seconds to rest. And then we're going to go to the opposite hip here in a second. And we're going to start with backward circles. So deep breath. Go ahead and find your balance. If you need to look at something on the floor that's not moving, we're going to bring that knee up and then back behind us. So think about an invisible string tied to your knee, lifting it up towards the ceiling and pulling it back. Not only is this good for your range of motion, this is actually working our abs as well. All right, and then bring it to the front. So up and over to the front. And you can use your arms however you need to stay balanced. Up and over. Big circles. All right, for the next one, we're going to balance on one leg again. So I'm going to switch legs, and we're going to do our ankle circles. We're going to go 20 seconds one direction, and then switch. We're actually going to do both ankles within the 40 seconds, so this one will go by fast. All right, so start on one leg, rotating that ankle, and switch directions on the same ankle. All right, go ahead and switch feet. So start with one direction, making circles. And switch direction on that side. You can switch one more time if you want to. Almost there. All right, so the next exercise is going to be big arms simultaneously. So we're going to go front first, and then halfway through we'll switch to back. So knees soft, slightly bent. So big arm circles up and over. Reaching back behind you and then coming up and over, reaching high to the sky. And then let's go back. Stretching, so on the backward circles, I'm leading with my pinky finger up and over the head. And as I'm getting warmer, I can go bigger and wider with my circle. About 10 more seconds. If you feel good, you can pick up the pace a little bit here. All right, so the next one's going to be our plank walkouts. So we're going to bend the knees. We're going to walk out to a plank. And then we're going to walk back up and see how many reps we can get in the 40 seconds. So get ready. Bend the knees. Walk out to a plank, flat back. Walk back up. And keep going. You pick your pace here. Keep the knees bent until you're in the plank position. Total body here. About 12 more seconds. All right, we're done with that one. So the next one we have is a high plank position, so on the arms, and we're going to take a big step forward and alternate feet. If that's too much, you can pike to plank, Otherwise, big lunge, alternating sides, building up a little warmth here. The whole point of our warm-up. And you can kind of shift the weight from your arms into your legs as you do that lunge step. This one's harder than it looks at first. A lot of arm and shoulder and back strength here. Find a pace. All right, good job. We're going to flip over onto our back, into our hip bridge, and we're going to do both feet together. One leg only, then both feet together for our bridge rep. So up together, one leg rep, feet together, and continue that pattern. If the single leg is too hard, you can keep both feet on the floor the whole time. Start feeling all the muscle groups awakening now. Getting those glutes firing. The core is activated. Keep it going. All right, come back to your feet. So that was round one of the warm-up. We're going to do another full round of the warm-up before we get into our balance. So we're going to start back with those hip circles. So pick a side to start on, and we're going to go up and back, drawing that knee high and back around behind us. A lot of balance here. Take your time. Use the chair if you need it. All right, now we're going to switch direction, same leg, bringing it to the front. Remember, it's okay if you don't get quite as high in your range of motion. It's just practicing, and this movement should feel a little bit out of our comfort zone, a little awkward. All right, check it out. We're going to switch sides. We're going to stay on one foot the whole time, and we're going to start going up and over to the back. A few more seconds. All right, up. And bring it up and back. So this is our last time through these. Find a pace that works for you. Good rotation. All right, go ahead and switch directions, staying on the same leg. Might feel a little better this round now that you're more warm. Use those arms however you need to. All right, shake that out again. So we're going to go to the single leg ankle circles. We're going to do both sides, both directions within the 40 seconds. So pick a side that you want to start on. All right, and then circle in one direction. I'll tell you when to switch. All right, switch direction, same side. Good, now switch feet and pick a direction that you want to circle. All right, and then switch direction on that same side. Take advantage of the easy breathing on these. All right, and then the next drill we have is our big arm circles. Up and over to the front first. Shake out those legs out. Again, one more time if you like. Deep breath. All right, we're going to circle up and over to the front. Really reaching back behind us. Stretching the lats. Looking good. All right, and in reverse direction, so we're circling towards the back. And you can pick up the pace a little bit if it feels right. Opening up the arms. Increasing the breathing rate with these. All right, now we're back to those plank walkouts, so we're getting a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more challenging. So knees soft and bent. You're going to walk yourself out to a plank. Flat back, and then walk yourself back up. All right, that's our go. If you're feeling good, you can run on the hands and make it fast, or you can just keep a slow, steady pace. You're halfway. Good job, keep it up. You made it, okay. So now we're in our high plank, which means we're on a plank on our hands. We have our alternating lunge steps. So as you lunge through the foot, you can bring the weight forward. Don't worry if you can't lunge all the way. You're gonna step and then alternate. So shifting the weight forward from your hands into your feet. This one's harder than it looks. It gets your breathing going. A little bit aerobic here. Halfway. Really stretching our hips today. 3 seconds. Oh, okay. We're gonna flip over to our back. This is our bridge repeats. Remember, so it's both feet and then left leg, right leg. Or you can just stay on 2 feet. So we have a combo here. So both feet, then one leg, then other leg, but comes all the way down to the floor between every rep. If one leg's too hard, you can keep it in both heels. And picture pushing through your heel to really keep the focus where it should be. Remember both legs, then one leg at a time. This one's pretty tough too. All right, we're done with our warm-up. So now we're into our balance component of the workout. Again, it's gonna be 2 rounds, 40 seconds each. We're gonna start with our deadlift reach on one leg only. So you're gonna pick a leg and stay on that leg, reaching forward. You might need your chair to help steady you. At 20 seconds, we're gonna switch legs, but for now, you're just on one side. Keeping that knee soft, which means it's slightly bent. All right, switch legs, opposite side, one leg only. You can touch down that other foot with every rep to re-steady yourself, that's fine. You should feel this in your hamstrings, the back of your legs. All right, good job. The next movement, we're gonna be in a plank. And we're gonna go front, lateral with one arm, front, lateral with the opposite arm. If that's too intense, you can come to the knees and do the same thing. So front, side with one arm, front, side, opposite arm, and keep it going. Remember, you can come onto the knees if this is too challenging right now. This is called airplane. A lot of agility going on here, so be patient with yourself. It's really hard. Whew. Remember to breathe. All about the core here. Good job. Okay, you're back on your feet. Pick one leg to start with. We'll switch halfway through. It's our reverse lunge or step. to high knee. So just one leg, or you can just step back. So I'm going to reverse lunge. Try to balance into a high knee. You can eliminate the high knee raise if you want to. One leg only. All right, switch sides. So you step for lunge. You want that challenge, add the raise. The raise is going to work your abs and your balance. Almost. Whew, you made it. Okay. We are back down on the mat. All fours. We've done this one before. It's a bird dog reach. So I'm going to start with an extension of my left leg and my right arm. And then switch. So it's opposite arm, opposite leg. Trying to make a long, flat line with your body. And it's not a fast movement. I'm reaching my full point of extension before switching. So full extension. And then you come back together to your tabletop. Opposite arm, opposite leg. With 40 seconds, you have plenty of time to get your reps in, so don't feel rushed with these balance exercises. All right, good job. Back on our feet. Make sure you have plenty of room side to side for these. We're going to sumo squat, and then you have an option to do a leg lift to the side. So sumo squat, feet out, and then you can do a little leg lift if you want. That's going to work balance, of course, and our outer hip and glutes. If it's too much, just keep to the squat. Looking good in those videos. I see some good movements. Pace yourself. 40 seconds is endurance. Almost. We made it. All right, this next one's a standing crunch with a clap under the legs. So we're going to start with both arms up, and we're going to clap, clap. So you're alternating legs. I'll stand sideways too so you can see that. So arms up, clap, clap. So the higher that you bring your knee, the more of an ab workout it is. But again, if you aren't quite ready to bring your knee up as high as I am, that's okay too. Try to clap those hands underneath. We're working our core without having to do crunches. Good job. 10 more seconds. Let's pick up the pace. All right, again, you'll want some room side to side for these. So I'm going to do a lateral lunge, so my standing leg is straight, lunging to the side, and then I'm going to come up to a balance leg lift. So lateral lunge, and then a little balance leg lift. So it's almost like the squat leg lift we were doing earlier, but we're lunging on one side, and then adding a little pop. You can take out the pop. Also, I realize lateral lunges aren't for everyone. You can just stick to a squat or a wall sit as well. These take a while to master, so my standing leg is staying straight as the opposite side lunges down and then pops up in a little straight leg kick. All right, last one. I think this is the hardest one, so I'm going to reverse bridge, an opposite hand to opposite foot. If that's too much, you can just do hip bridges. But I'm going to try to opposite hand. So my hips are up the whole time if I'm not bridging. Reaching opposite hand to opposite foot or opposite knee. This one is for the triceps, the core. Remember, you can bridge it too if you need the modification. This one's called break dancer. And it's tricky. So be patient with yourself here. You don't have to master it right away. As long as the body's moving. Whew, okay. We completed round 1 of the balance. So we're gonna take it to the top. Single leg deadlift reach. I'll tell you when to switch. You could hold your chair for this one if you want to. One leg only for now. Keep that standing leg slightly bent. Reaching for the floor. Looking good. All right, switch legs. One leg only. And it's completely normal if one side's easier than the other. That's why we separate it out to correct any imbalances there may be. Looking good. All right, we're done with that one. So we're back on our plank, our airplane. So this one we go front, side, and then we switch arms. Or you can stand all fours and do the same thing. So get ready, here we go. You're reaching front, side, and then switching arms. You can slow it down, you can speed it up. Whew. This is a tricky one too. These are all very athletic, so be patient with yourself. It doesn't have to be perfect. Ten more seconds. We made it. All right. Now we have our reverse lunge to optional knee lift. We're going to start on just one leg. So pick a leg. You can either step or lunge back. And then if you want that extra challenge, lift. So we've done these in class before. It might look familiar. Very challenging exercise. All right, switch legs. Really isolating one leg at a time today. Good job. All right, we're back down on the mat, all fours, tabletop. And we have our alternate leg, alternate arm reach. To think more about taking the leg back rather than up, go for distance. Make yourself as tall and long as possible. So extend that arm and leg, reach and stretch. You'll feel this in your glutes, your shoulder, and everything we do in this class is about the core. Nicely done. We have about 10 more seconds. You made it. All right, we're back on the feet. We have our sumo squat with a leg lift. So sumo squat means our feet are a little bit wider, toes are pointed out. And we're going to squat down low. All right, so squatting. And then you have the option to lift that leg up and pop it to the side. So squatting on both legs, so both knees are bending. Sitting back in the heels. Looking good. Starting to get my sweat going. And remember, good posture on the squat. Head held high. Almost there. Good job. All right, next one we have our standing crunch with a clap under the leg. We're going to alternate from side to side, so switching sides every time. All right, so arms up, we're going to clap under, and try to bring that knee as high as you can, and get that clap, standing crunch. Working the core and cardio here. Halfway. If you're feeling good, let's speed it up and get more reps in the second 20 seconds than the first. All right, a couple more exercises and we're going to take a water break. This is that tricky lateral lunge. So the standing leg is straight. I'm lunging and I'm going to pop up this time with a bent knee. Then I'm going to switch sides and pop up with a bent knee. See if the bent knee helps you keep your balance better than the leg lift. Side lunge, just a single leg balance. So we're switching it up a little. I know this one's already confusing, but just do your best. Or you can just bring it to a two-legged squat. That's fine too. Finding different ways to challenge our bodies. This one's really hard for me on my left side, but easier on the right side. Done. Okay. So now we have our break dancer. So you can modify by doing hip lifts, or you can keep the hips up and it's opposite hand, opposite foot, or it's opposite hand, opposite knee. I think these are one of the harder ones. After this, we have water break though. I'll work through it. Pick your option. A lot of tricep strength here. And those lower abs. Deep breath. This one definitely gets you out of your comfort zone. Whew, okay, water break. Looking good, everybody. Our next section is going to be significantly shorter. It's going to be our strength section. So the last section we just completed, we definitely got our heart rates up, but it was more balance oriented. This next segment is more strength, but it's shorter. So stay focused, and we'll get through it. Okay. Hopefully you grab some water. We're going to get back in our ready position. Still same format, 2 rounds, 40 seconds off, 15 seconds break. Or 40 seconds on, 15 seconds break. All right, so we're going to start back in that sumo stance position, toes out. So this time we're going to squat low, punch, punch, come back up. So squat low, punch, punch, come back up. So this is keeping our squat position for longer, strengthening our legs, and those punches make it even harder as we sit in that squat position. And remember, make those punches pop, a little power behind them. Stay strong, and brief rest at the top. Punch hard. All right. Next one, we're on our mat. So we're going to be either knees or toes. We have a push-up. Then after our push-up, Superman with the arms behind the back. So push-up, Superman or Superwoman, arms behind the back, where they both lift up a little bit simultaneously. Pushing up. And remember, you can skip the push-up. You can just do the Superman. Or you can push up on the knees, then transition to Superman. It will take a little longer, but that's okay. This one gets me. A lot of lower back strength, chest, and arms. All right, we made it through that one. All right, pick a leg. You're gonna stay on that leg for the first 20 seconds. It's gonna be our lunging leg. Other leg stays back. The wider stance, this is a split lunge. So I'm just on one side, trying to drive that back knee down to the floor. Front knee stays behind the toe. We're gonna switch at 20 seconds. All right, opposite side goes forward. Same thing. Split lunge. Five more seconds. All right, we have our pike to plank. So either elbows or palms are on the mat. Hiking up, plank position. We do this one a lot. So it's borrowed from yoga, but we're doing reps to it. So downward dog, flat back plank. If your wrists are getting tender, you can go down to the elbows and do the same movement. So find that stretch, find your plank. You got it. Remember to breathe. Alrighty, back on our feet, we have another type of squat. This time my feet are closer together than normal, so about shoulder width. And so my hands are gonna come down and touch the floor, and I come up into a T. Don't worry if you can't touch the floor. Maybe you just go about half as far. So coming down nice and low, then T. So if you don't touch the floor, maybe you're just going to knee level or so. Make that T raise as you come up. This narrow squat works the hamstrings a little bit more than the quads and forces us to push those hips back. 3 more seconds. Let's get another rep in there. Whew, okay. Now we're back down on the mat. We're going to do a bicycle crunch. So that's opposite knee to opposite elbow. If your floor is hard and that hurts your spine, you can just do a little sit-up, both knees together. Otherwise, we're bicycling. So opposite knee, opposite elbow. Or if your back just doesn't like either option, you can do a plank hold or a bridge hold for time. So for bicycles, the goal is to kick that leg out to full extension point. Make a long, lean line with your body. Nicely done. We're back to the beginning of strength. So we have our sumo squat with 2 punches at the bottom of the squat. So feet wide, toes slightly out. So squat low, punch, punch, come back up. Put some power behind your punches. Weight in the heels, chest and shoulders back. Looking good. Looking intimidating with those punches. Keep it going. All right, nicely done. We have our push-up to Superman. So remember, you can push up on the knees or the toes and then release. And we're going to keep our arms back and lift our legs and arms a little bit simultaneously. So Push up first. Chest down, Superman, Superwoman. Pace yourself here. These take a lot of endurance, so no need to rush. Looking good. 5 more seconds. Woo. All right, back on our feet. We have our split stance lunge. So you're going to take one leg, put it in front of the other. Nice wide stance. And we're going to lunge through that front leg. Be careful to keep your knee behind the toe. You might not lunge very deep. You might lunge all the way to a 90. But it's important to protect that knee. We're going to go for 20 seconds. I'll tell you when to switch. All right, go ahead and switch front leg and find that lunge. So that back leg is helping steady you. You might be up on your tippy toe on that back leg. Okay, we have our pike to plank. Remember, you can do this on your forearms or your palms. So it's a nice stretch, but then we go right into that plank to really work our core. So find your position. And then downward dog, plank. So for every plank, make sure you're going down low enough to hit that straight line with your body. If you're wearing sturdy shoes, you might even go onto your tippy toes for the plank. It feels good, but it's also challenging. All right, back on our feet, nice and easy. Be careful. We have our narrow stance squat. It's our T squat. So we're going to sit down and back, maybe touch the floor, and then come up into a T. Maybe we don't touch the floor, that's okay. Just sitting down and back, and then a little T raise at the top. Good work. If you find that your knees are extending past your toes, you might need to widen your stance. On form here. Make every rep worthy. Give it equal attention. And don't let up. All right, we have our bicycle crunches, and we're going to take another break. So bicycles, remember if your back hurts here, you can hold a plank or a bridge. But otherwise, we're doing opposite knee to opposite elbow, hands behind the head, and extending that leg. Pushing that leg all the way out. Growing as long and tall as we can with the leg. Almost to water break, we got it. Ooh, okay. Let's take a break. We're getting close to the end here. Grab some water, but also if you don't already, make sure for this segment you do have a chair or wall or desk you can hold on to. We're going to do some bar type exercises. They won't be too long. You want to make sure you have something to grab onto. Then all we have left after that is some stretching. So today's workout style is a little bit different than last week. Last week was more cardiovascular. This week was more about balance and strengthening the little muscles in our core and our glutes. I'll give you another second in case you ran out to grab a chair. All right, so if you have your chair, wall, or desk, whatever it may be, what we're going to do is kick that leg back, and we're going to be pulsing for about 20 seconds. Then we're going to switch sides. So go ahead and grab something for balance, and we're going to start now. So I'm just lifting one leg back, and I'm keeping it up, but I'm pulsing the leg the whole time, so I really feel it where my glute meets the hamstring. And even though it's a tiny movement, it really burns. Whew, almost there. All right, let's switch legs, same thing. We're gonna bring that leg back and pulse. Ten more seconds. Keep it going. Pulse that leg. Whew. Good job. We're going to turn to the front. And we're going to do the same idea, but it's going to be a side leg lift pulse. So make sure you have something for balance here too. All right. We're going to pulse. So lift that leg up about halfway. My foot is neutral. And I'm just pulsing. So that standing leg burns, that pulsing leg burns. I'll tell you when to switch. Okay, opposite side. You might flip around backwards. I'm going to switch the chair. Opposite side, pulse. So this is just our little burnout at the end of class before we stretch it out. So this is borrowed from Pilates and those ballerina bar classes. Whew, okay, we're going to do the back pulse again. So chairs in front of you, and we're just going to kick back where we started. And we're going to go through the sequence one more time. All right, so leg one, pulse. Try to keep that toe pointed down towards the floor if you can. And just a little flutter kick back. I'm using the chair for balance, but I'm not leaning on the chair. I'm just holding onto it lightly. Okay, other side. Make sure you work this side just as hard as the first side. Pull that leg back. Get those flutter kicks. Whew. Keep going. 5 seconds. Don't stop. All right, now we're going to use that chair again, but we're sideways. And we're going to do that side leg lift pulse again. Maybe shake those legs out a little bit before we get going. All right, leg one, about halfway up, and we're pulsing. Not only does that top leg burn, that standing leg is burning too through the hip. Don't let up. Okay, switch sides. Flutter kick. Try to keep that toe pointed forward. Three, two. Whew, okay, we made it. So now we're going to go just into some stretching, some deep stretching for a little bit longer time intervals than we normally do. So you're going to set up in the high plank from yoga. So that's here. So I have one leg forward, both hands down on the mat, and I'm just holding through that front leg. Back leg is outstretched. It's okay if you can't quite get to this position. I'm just holding it for the whole 40 seconds here. So yes, we're stretching, but we're also using that muscular endurance or balancing. So it's a stretch, but it's also very yoga-like. So we're using our strength here too. So it's not a total relaxation stretch, right? We're still working for it. All right, you have 15 seconds to rest, and we're just going to switch sides. So high plank position. The opposite foot's going to be lunged forward. I have my foot on the outside of my hand. Get ready. So you can start your plank and then lunge it forward. And we're going to try to hold it that whole 40 seconds. So again, this takes strength, determination. Remember to breathe. Deep breath all the way into your belly, not shallow breath. 15 more seconds. Stay strong. This is tough. Okay, come up nice and slow. This next one, we're going to do a little back bend stretch to oppose that forward bend. So this next one, we're going to reach up and back. And again, we're going to hold it for the 40 seconds. So you might feel yourself take some big breaths here. So we're stretching up and back. And it's okay to arch your back a little bit here. A deep breath. A little bit out of our comfort zone. So our arms aren't just straight up, they're actually back behind the head, elbows close to the ears. In this position, it always makes you kind of take those deep, big breaths. So don't be alarmed if you feel like you're a little winded here. All right, hopefully your chair is still close by. We're going to grab that chair again, and we're going to bring one leg up and back. Still have a few seconds. All right, so one leg up and back. And we're going to squeeze, try to keep the knees close together. We're going to hold it for 20 seconds and then switch sides. Try to stand nice and tall. All right, time to switch sides. If you can't quite grab your foot, that's okay. Just try to stretch intermittently, take little breaks between if you need to. And also in that standing leg, if you want a little extra challenge, instead of keeping the knee bent on the standing leg, you can try to push through the hip. All right, good, let that one go. We're gonna come back to the mat. This is child's pose. So knees are on the mat, arms are outstretched in front. And this is a really intense lower back stretch. All right, so stretch it out. Chin is burrowed down into your chest. Breathing might feel better here. But don't hold your breath. All right, come out of it nice and easy. We're going to have one leg outstretched, the other leg crossed over, and we're going to reach and wrap around that side that's crossed over. It's okay if you can barely reach, or maybe you're wrapped all the way around. And we're just going to take the full 40 seconds here to really twist. This is supposed to be good for your digestive system. So if you have sluggish digestion, make sure you're drinking plenty of water, but this stretch is also good. Stretch the organs. About 10 more seconds. Okay, relax. We're going to do the other side. So, other leg is outstretched. One is crossed over, and we're going to twist towards that cross side. So it's okay if it's just a little twist, or you can make a big, deep twist. If you go to the yoga classes, you might be a little bit more accustomed to these movements. And then if not, just breathe. all the way down to your belly. All right, last stretch of the day. We have our butterfly. So scooch your butt up to your feet. Your knees might be up here, they might be low, but we're just going to stretch the inner legs here. You can lean forward a little bit to intensify. So this is the last movement of today.